Hi, I'm CA Satish Kadam here. I took the session organized by Midtown CPA Study Circle of WRCA of ICAI on 5th March 2022 on Zoom platform. It was 3 hour session where I spoke about Power Query and showed few examples which were appreciated by participants, and they requested me to upload it on YouTube channel. Since the session was 3 hours, I cut the video and first part uh, I I will show after my this speech. I request all the viewers to see it again and again and do the practice. I wish you a happy learning. Further, I request to share your comments and like my video. Thanks.
Yes. So, welcome, colleagues. It's very nice to have you back on the today's session. Last time we had our budget meeting, which were in physical mode. I see members who are already logged in. If it is possible for you to keep your videos open on for some time now, it would be nice because then Satish ji will be taking us through his presentation and we can, close the video or stop the videos. At least we can connect, physically. जब हम connect करते हैं तो we feel very good. Thank you so much, Sanjay ji, and request all other members to, if possible, be online on the keeping your videos on. Thank you. So basically, it's nice to have Satish ji once again. We had the last meeting on in November, and then we had planned that there will be a series of those sessions of Excel Power Query, but we could not keep our promise. Sorry for that, Satish ji. And now we think whatever we can take it forward, we will try and take it forward from here on. We are further for the information of members. This is the first session today. He had covered earlier the basic introduction. He is going to take it up again and also add the examples today in the meeting. This meeting will be 3 hours meeting. Generally, we meet on Teams, but then this time we have chosen this platform so that it is easy for our speaker and the faculty to take us through his stuff. Now, going forward, our idea is to keep you a brief that there will be a series of these program on Excel Power Query. So keep connected, keep watching this space so that the continuity is maintained and you will be able to take the maximum benefit of the learning and knowledge that is there. Coming to the today's session, I thank Satish ji basically to accept our request. We were pursuing him since some time to take up this kind of learning activity. Let me share a small example with you that earlier we were doing our sessions on Zoom platform. Recently, last year onwards, we took it on Teams. Today, we are switching over for this particular session on Zoom. Let me tell you, let me share you honestly that I was finding it a bit, difficult in the sense I had to refurbish myself, understand what was the thing I was doing. So it's a very small time that has elapsed now. But still we forget things, and we have cleared our CA so long, and a lot of things are happening in between. Years have passed, I would say decades have passed, and that's why we all feel that yes, CP learning is very important for us, and today's topic is also very crucial for us. We are looking at some tools which we can use through the Excel Power Query and master these tools to save our time. So now, without wasting much time, I would request Satish ji to take over. But before that, I would like to have a small introductory part for Satish ji. Satish ji is our member, and he has been a faculty on various platforms. He is doing wonderfully. He is explaining it wonderfully well, and he has emerged his skill over a period of time. So basically a person, I would say, not needing an introduction, but we will be failing in our duty if we do not do the honors. So let me quickly go through his small profile, what Satish ji is all about, and that would give you the confidence in understanding the topic today. So CA Satish Kadam ji, educational qualification is BCom and member of ICAI since 1994. He's practicing in the name of SK Kadam and Company. The areas of practice includes income tax, GST, project finance, audit, small software programming. Now, this is very good, very important that he is doing small software programming. That's why probably we will be able to get more out of Satish ji. Data mining, data cleansing using Power Query, preparation of Excel tools and SAP input. He has given lectures in international RRC conducted by Thane branch of WIRC on Excel at Singapore, use of ODBC in Tally at Sri Lanka, office automation and cloud computing at Bali, Indonesia, introduction of Power Query in Excel at Dubai. He has also conducted various lectures at study circles and Vikasa. He has also conducted workshops in various companies in MS Excel, Power Query, and TDS on salary. His knowledge in information technology is learned basic and COBOL language in the year 1988. In periodic interval, learned DBase 3, Foxpro for Windows, programming in Visual Basic, Advanced Excel, MS Access, Power Query, Google Sheet. So with this brief introduction, I would now basically request members to, be very agile, and Satish ji will take us through the session today, and you can ask queries whenever you feel that you have not understood. I will request members. I will request all the August members who are gathered here that if you mention your membership number and proper name that was mentioned in the registration at the time of filling up the Google form, then you need not write your information again on the chat. Let us reserve the chat for queries to be given to Satish ji so that he can solve all our questions. So this is my humble request. In case there is some emergency message you need to pass on, you can definitely write a chat. But let us all reserve the chat for the questions that we are going to put in, or our queries, or our doubts that would actually help us go through this session. So with this thing, we hand over the command to Satish ji. Satish ji, take us through. We have time up to 8 o'clock. So the ball is in your court now. You can definitely take us through, sir. Thank you so much.
Yes. I think you can see my screen.
Yes.
Yes. Let me start. I remember when I was using accounting software like Tally, I used to spend a lot of my precious time for data entry and getting various results and reports. All these reports were in readable format that cannot be used for further analysis directly. I used to sit hours and hours to modify the output data uh, using various Excel tools and to prepare a desired result. Most of us will agree to me. If you are agree, kindly type yes in the chat box so that I'll come to know. And since this is a session of 3 hours, it's my duty to engage you also. Otherwise, you will feel bored. So I'll see the chat box. Yes, everybody's agree. Hi, I'm CA Satish Kadam, Chartered Accountant, and uh, and today's speaker. And I would like to thanks Managing Committee of Thane Midtown CPS Study Circle for giving me an opportunity to share my thoughts. And special thanks to CA Viren Pandyaji who was after me. So now coming back to today's topic, uh, it's a power query, and whenever you see a movie, if you see a trailer before that, you will enjoy movie. So I'll give you first trailer. What is a power query? So most of us are using 26AS, and this is a tedious, and we download this 26AS in notepad from income tax portal. Then we copy that into Excel. Then we do some transformation, and we delete few rows, few columns. Then we get a proper format. For that, at least 10 minutes are required, minimum 10 minutes. And now how I'll do it, just see. Okay, let me open the Excel file, and it contains serial number, name of the deductor, TAN number, amount credited, and TDS deducted. This data is as per this text file which is here. So what I'll do, I'll cut this file and I'll put it outside. Paste, replace. Now if I have to check or I want to extract data of another client, so this is the file which I downloaded. I copy and I paste it here, and I'll paste it. Now in the folder 26S, this text file is there. I need to go to my Excel file. I need to go to data and refresh all. Yeah. Now you got a data of your new client. You just need to copy and paste it to your client's file. This is done within a fraction of few seconds, few minutes. Sorry. If you want a data of another client, so what I'll do, I'll again copy this second file. I'll put it here. I'll paste, and earlier file I'll delete. Again I will refresh this file. Now you just see the first party name is Medicare equipment. If I refresh this file, data is changed. Again you copy and paste it. So you can use this as a tool. You must be knowing dies and tools. There are dies on that you take out your product according to dies. So this is the way Power Query works. So I'll close the file. So you can put anybody's don't save any 26 says you will get direct data. I'll close. Yes.
Ashish ji, you have a question? You have raised your hand. Ashish Mishra.
Ashish, do you have any query? So in today's topic, I'll be covering introduction to Power Query, loading of data and its sources, transformation of data, loading of data in table form and create connections, convert database data address book into Excel table, unpivot data and pivot data. I'll share a few limitations of VLOOKUP. VLOOKUP is a generally used command tool of Excel, but it has got some limitations, and I'll show various joins under this Power Query. And reconciliation of 2A is a hot topic. People are spending days and days to reconcile the data, and how I'll show you. In my this particular presentation, I'll show you within 5 to 10 minutes. Thereafter, you will spend only 1 minute just to copy your purchase register in the specified file and 2A file in the 2A folder, and immediately you will get tallied reconciliation that can be done within 1 or 2 minutes. So that is also possible. Then I am trying to cover client management. What we do, we keep tracks on our clients' data as far as income tax return is concerned, because most of the time client sends data, but we have not taken any actions on it. Sometimes we take action, but clients is not giving proper data or timely data. Sometimes our return is ready, but we fail to file. Sometimes we file the return, but we forget to do EVC work. Even after doing EVC, we forget to prepare our professional fees bill. So that is also required. So that part of client management, you can do it using Power Query. And if tar permit, I will take a few examples. So basically, initial introduction and few example I will take. And in the next session on 19th March, I'm going to take how to use this particular Power Query as an accounting tool. So you can replace your tally, because last I think more than 10 years I have not been using this tally software, not at all. You come anytime in my office, you won't see any PC with having a tally. Right now, if you go to any CS office, at least 50% computers will have a tally on their screen. It is not happening in my case. So that part I will take, and if you can do accounting work using Power Query, it will save your time and naturally energy. So this Power Query has released by Microsoft in September 2013. So it's almost 8 years old. But still, most of the people don't know what is Power Query. If I tell anything about Power Query, what is that, where it is, when it is introduced, we do not aware. This type of questions uh, people ask. So before I start Power Query, let me tell you about data. See, we get data from various sources, and it's always in a messy form. Even if you tell clients send data in a particular format, he will send data as per his way, his wish, and we spend lot of time. So if you are like me, you get crappy data. And what is crappy data? From it is not inaccurate data, but it does not suit your needs, so it makes crappy. uh, to convert this crappy data into normal form, you and your staff spend so much time to convert into proper. So here I will suggest to use a latest technology to do your work. If you want to earn more, then you have to curtail your expenses. And to curtail expenses, you have to use, if you use Power Query, then Power Query has a power to turn your night into day. So before I explain you about crab data, what is crab data? Suppose someone asks me, Satish, what is your middle brother's name? And if I answer like this, actually we have three brothers. My father name is Kashinath, and we are from Konkan, and our surname is Kadam. My mother name is Sunita, and we have three brothers. My name is Satish, my middle brother name is Avinash, and my younger one is Rajesh. And this is the information that I am giving you. So whatever I told, that is a correct. But you need only my middle brother's name. So how you will work out? You will first you will realize, Kadam is a surname. So you will write Kadam. Then father name you will put in middle, and thereafter you will put my middle brother's name. So this is the way we get data. Even if you see the trial balance of Tally, you will amaze that there are groups, then subgroups, then you have to take subgroups trial balance separately. Then again subgroup has some subgroups, then bank balance, then in bank balance there are four banks, then again you have to take down, then you manage your trial balance, and then it's good if it is Tally. If it is not Tally, then you have to work from scratch. So this is the time that we are spending, and basically data is given. Even if you get data in Excel, that is actually readable format. Just to take out the report, that is a basically readable format. So there are so many other fields like a name of the company, date, address, date of report, page number, and so many merged and unmerged fields that need to be cleaned before we get final data. So this is the way we can convert our crab data into normal format. So Power Query is a business intelligence BI. The Microsoft Query for Excel is an Excel add-in that has enhanced the self-service business intelligence experience in Excel by simplifying data discovery, access, and collaboration. Discover relevant data from inside and outside your organization using the search capabilities with Excel. Power Query enhance self-service business intelligence. Self-service, everything is easily available. You have to serve yourself. With consistent experience for discovering, combining, and refining data across a variety of sources, including rational, structure, semi-structure, OData, web, Hadoop, from even storage of for big data application is scalable cluster of computer server. It is at the center of an ecosystem of big data technologies that are primarily used to support advanced analytical initiative and many more. Now, why you need Power Query? So I'll tell you the advantages of Power Query. First and foremost advantage, you can save 50% of daily working hours time. That is very important. You can complete your work within 50% time. And when you see, when I show my presentation and other example, you'll say I'll use maximum mouse. There is very less use of keyboard. Only to write a M code, to change the name of the field, you need keyboard. So it's easy and handy. There is no need to learn various functions in Excel. It can extract data from various sources as a table like a CSV, SQL table, access tables within 3 to 4 clicks. There are more than 99 functions which can be used by just one click. There are more than 700 M functions that are available which can reduce your task. Use of VLOOKUP is just a click of button. And if you know VBA, then it requires minimum 6 to 1 years training and hands-on experience, whereas Power Query can be learned within 12 hours. It is used to clean bad data and use it for further analysis and planning. Now you will ask me, where is the location of Power Query? If you are a user of Excel 2010 and 13, Power Query is a add-in. So you have to add using add-in features in Excel. You have to add separately because Power Query has come after release of Excel 2010 and 13. So you have to download add-ins and then you can use. And if you download, then there will be a separate ribbon for Power Query year in 2010, and in 2013 there is also a Power Query. But if you are a user of Excel 2016, then there is a in data. Just a moment. In data, there is a separate group of get and transform. This is the Power Query icon. Just a moment. If you are a user of 2007, then namaste. It's not available. If you are using 2007 Excel, then you cannot run Power Query in that. So you have to upgrade your system. If you want to save your money, then you have to invest in software programming. You have to buy a new software and new Excel future Excel. Even if you can use Excel 2019 also. So if you see this picture, you'll say, what is this, yaar? It's nothing to do with computer. It's a basically a depositor machine. It's a Power Query is like a depositor machine. In depositor machine, we put ingredient and that we add as per requirement, and we and some due to with a few settings a proper cookies or pastries are prepared in pastry and cake factories, and after some setting it magically creates cookies or pastries that are ready for baking. Once you set dial, the process can be repeated again and again, over and again, to make perfect pastry every time with same quantity, same quality and same shape. So Power Query works in a similar way. When you create Power Query first time, you spend some time. It can be more than the regular time, but once you set, then you have to take only output like what you see in this data machine. Now there is a picture containing three different pictures. In first picture, it says add data from almost any source. So these are the source. You will have Excel, database, SAP, web, SQL Server, Oracle, web page, Wikipedia. These are the source that you can add this data and you can put in this Power Query machine. It's appearing below, and it name the picture name is transform it with Power Query. So you put this data into Power Query for transformation. After transformation, you can take output in Excel table. It is appearing in photo number 3. It is said Power Query is a ETL tool. What is ETL? E stand for extract of data, T stand for transformation, and L stand for loading a data. Now I'll show you how the Power Query editor is look like. So if you I have converted this Power Query editors in 6 parts. So if you see the first part, it's a ribbon. It's a user interface for editor is quite similar to Excel and use visual ribbon style command center. It organizes data transformation command and other Power Query option into 5 different parts. So there are file, home, transform, add column and view. These are the 5 different type of uh, then we have a query list. So there are 2 queries. So list of the queries will appear here. In third part, this is a data preview. So your data can be viewed here. Number 4 is a formula bar where you can write your M function and queries. In number 5, you can see the properties of your queries, its name. And in number 5, 5 is a property, and in number 6 you can see what are the steps that you applied using Power Query. So I think I have covered the basic introduction part. Now we'll start our examples immediately. अभी पिक्चर चालू हुआ है. Okay. So in exercise 1, I'll show you how to load data into Power Query from existing workbook, from other workbook, from using blank query, loading data from website, loading data from folder, and one more product by product is a file inventory that can be also seen. So this is a basic thing. So I'll start with how to load data from existing workbook. Okay. So let me open Excel file. Do you have any query till this moment? Just check a chat box. No.
No.
It's poor.
No, sir.
No. Okay. Okay. So see, suppose I have this data containing name of the client and their PAN number. To load this data into Power Query, I have to convert this data into table form. To convert the data into table form, you have to select the whole data. Then Control T is a command. It asks me, it shows me the data range, and it asks me whether my table has header. Since my data has a header, I'll check. Otherwise, I'll remove this check and I'll enter OK. Immediately, this table will open, and table properties can be seen from here. Okay. So you can give the name of the table. So if I want to write client name, so the table name will be client name. Already here you want to replace. So table 1 is given. So now this data I want to load into Power Query. For that, just a moment. I'll use data. First, I'll put my cursor within the table. Then I'll put enter data. Then here, यहाँ from here only new query, show queries, form table, recent source. These are the only tools that are available for Power Query. So our focus will be on only this part of Excel. So I will click to from table. So I am transforming data. I am loading data from table. You have to admit someone who is waiting. Virenji, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Now my data is transferred into Power Query editor. Okay. Now, if you see the Power Query editor, file, then home, then transform, add column, view are the 5 main menu. This is a query list. This is a data, and this is a properties, wherein by default name of the table comes. Then step suppliers are here. So this is the way you load data into Power Query. Right now I am closing this file because I don't want to do further analysis. So I'll close. Discard. So we load the data from existing workbook. Now we load from other workbook. So that for that,
Satish ji,
yeah,
there is a query
Yeah.
from our member. How add PQ Power Query as add-in in Excel 10? How to add Power Query as add-in in Excel 10?
yes. For that you have to copy the file, then more, then there will be an option. In option, there is a add-in tab, add-ins, and here you will see so many add-ins. Since I have Power Query, it is not located, but you can add. Here you will find Power Query that you add in, then it will automatically add in. Just see
Okay.
the videos. There are so many videos how to do add in Excel. I think I explained. Can I go ahead?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Don't say. So second file is from other workbook. So right now I am at 02 from other workbook and loading data from other file. So for that I will use data from files from workbook, other workbook. So it will ask me the link, file link. So for that, what I'll do, I will just give link of this file 02A, copy, and I'll paste it here and enter. And I'll use this file and import. Initially it takes little time. Its connection is established and you can see the sheet, name of the sheet, and you can view the file, and later, just a moment, क्या होता है मालूम है वीरेन जी?
Yeah.
ये जो चार्ट ये है ना वो बीच में आता है मेरे स्क्रीन में. So I'm अभी I can't see the load button and other things. I am moving this this menu. So sometime kindly bear with me. Now you need to load this file. So this data of another file will be loaded. So this is the way to load the file from other file. File close. Don't save. I'll close this file. So we load the file from existing workbook as well as other workbook. Now we load file within the file, but it contained in a different sheets. So I'll open a file where there are more than one sheets from blank. So see, I have April sale containing only 4 bills. I purposely kept 4 bills in each month: April, May, June. So up to April to December data is there. So 9 Forza 36 bills are there, and if you want all the bills collectively in a one sheet, so what basically you do, you copy May data and you paste below the April and like that way, and then June data below the May data, like that way you do. But it cannot be done dynamically. Suppose after entering January data, so Jan data again you will pull and paste below the December data. So for that, what I'll do, I'll go to data, new query, and from database mother source, I'll put use blank query, and there is a one m function equal to current dot, sorry, equal to excel dot current workbook, and opening parenthesis to closing parenthesis, enter. It will show me all the tables with their names, and it contains, if you I click this double headed arrow, I'll show its content. So if I don't want sales amount, I can remove the check, but since I need the sale, and I'll put say okay, immediately full data will be loaded. I will do some transformation here. Since it is a date format, I will convert this into a date format. Then I don't want any null value, so I'll remove by deselecting this null, and my data is over, ready. I can load this data. So for loading, you can select close and load, then system will create a new sheet with 36 rows. Is it not amazing? Now there is a clutch here. If I refresh again, data will be refreshed. 36 rows are there. Suppose you add one line here, ABCD, amount say 5000, enter, and if you refresh, 37 rows will be loaded. Any query?
No.
No. Okay, understood correctly.
Yeah.
Now, if I double click here, I'll go to Power Query Editor. Here my query name is appearing. My entire data is there. You can see the applied steps. So if I click source, then original data you can see. Then I change content, that is seen. Then I change the type, that also you can see. I can insert anything between this. So if I after this expanded content, if I don't want this name, so I can select this and I can remove. It will ask me, are you sure you want to insert a step? I'll say yes, insert, and it will be automatically deleted, and later on you can do the changes and you can load the data. File, close and load. Data is loaded. So I have covered blank query. Now what we'll do, I have one Wikipedia. Let me close the file, don't save. In from website. Let me close the earlier program. I'll delete the existing query. So let me delete the query. I'll close this sheet also. So I have one link. So if I click here, it will take me to Wikipedia with one page where world population country wise is given. So list of countries and dependency of population. And if you see this table, I want basically this data. If I convert this data into Excel, you will get so many pictures like China's flag, Indian flag, and data will be mesh format. You cannot do it easily. It's a very difficult task. So if you know the link, so I have this URL address. I just copy it. And what I'll do, I will use data, new query from other sources, from web. So it will ask me the URL. I'll copy the URL and okay. So you can see 3 tables are there. If you click this document, this is some HTML documents that table has. Then second, this is what we actually expect, and I'll check third one also. So some other information is there. So the second one is useful to me. So what I'll do, instead of loading, I'll do transformation of data. So this whole data will be loaded in Power Query editor. So this is the data, and you can do some transformation if you don't want anything. See, list numbers I don't want, so I'll remove. I need country, region also I need. Then population is given, percentage of word, date. So I suppose I don't want all the other columns. This column I don't want. So what I'll do, I'll check first, second, third, and I'll right click and see. You can remove column. If you remove the column, then all selected columns will be removed. But I'll select remove other columns. It will select. It will delete. It will all the other columns will be deleted. Now I got the data. So what I'll do, I'll try close and load, or I'll select close and load too. Now what are the difference between close and load? If you select first, then automatically a new sheet will be created and your data will be loaded in a table form. But if you select second one, then it will ask me, do you want to copy in a table form? And if table, then it will again ask me whether a new worksheet or existing worksheet. Or you can create a only connection. Creating connection is a different thing. You can use this data for a further analysis or further queries without actually taking output in the Excel. So this creation part will take in further examples. So right now, suppose you want this table in existing worksheet, then you have to select here. Then a small window will come. If I want this data in A6, I'll just select A6 and I'll select OK, and it will be loaded. So this is the data you can extract from website. Since data is a big, so total 242 rows are loaded. So you can see there are 241 countries with a chronological with this order. High populated country is shown first, alpha, what is called ascending order, descending order. Okay, so it's a total population, then China's population, then India's population. Now if you load this data and keep it with you, and later on if you refresh this data, and during during interval, if this website has altered the data, you can get a new data here as on that day. So it's a beautiful good feature that we can use Power Query to extract data from website. However, there are some few websites which are not allowing their data to copy. In that case, we are helpless. We cannot. But if you use a few website like just a moment, let me close. Don't see. Like this Wikipedia or Facebook, you can extract data. Now we'll see loading data from folder, and this feature is very good for our GST work. So I request all the participants to keep attention. Loading data from folder. Okay, so I'll open this file. I want to see whether existing queries are there. Okay, it has one query. So what I'll do, I'll not use this file. Instead, I'll use a blank file, new, so that you will understand. loading data from folder.